Here we are, even early on a Sunday. AJ is usually late or absent, but he's making a special appearance for us today because he's become a multimedia star. Let's hear from all you mafioso out there, the sports fans and fanatics everywhere. It's time for AJ Bocchini.
Hello, Jack. Welcome. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. I had a great day yesterday. I did multiple things, so I did great. I had my interview in the morning with 920. For those of you who don't know, I was interviewed by 920 for our basketball team
9:20 a.m. That's WOKY in Milwaukee.
in Milwaukee, and
Yeah.
then I went to the girls' game last night, so that was pretty fun.
And what happened with the girls' game?
They were up 20 and lost.
Is that it for the season?
What?
Is that it for? Was that a playoff? That's it then?
That's it then.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear it.
Yeah, it was rough.
Who
They were up 20 at Germantown and lost.
they play Germantown?
Yeah.
Okay, is Germantown good at AJ?
Uh
Were you surprised by the outcome?
I was surprised by the collapse, kind of.
Okay. You went to Germantown for the game?
Yes, sir.
You are a diehard dude.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good for you.
Me
I'm sorry to hear it, but
my assistant coach Dave Shepard, we went to the game together. So it was fun.
no. Well, you had a hell of a day. First year with your brother and sister-in-law.
Yes, sir.
They took you to WOKY.
Yes, sir.
Very nice. That's Hannah and Dominic,
Yep.
right? Okay. So you got to see the family. You got to get your voice out over the airways. What tell us about your WOKY experience? Why were you on WOKY
It was
920?
really a cool experience. Mike McGivern, who does the high school blitz, was invited me on Wednesday. Invited me on Wednesday for Saturday's show. And he called me Wednesday. He goes, "Hey, can you do a cell phone interview?" And I said, "Where are you located?" And he said, "Milwaukee." I said, "I can find a way to get there." So I found, and it stroke of luck, Jack. It just so happened to be the weekend my brother was coming.
Nice.
So it just so happened to be the weekend Dom was coming, and he was able to experience it too. So it was cool.
Very cool. Very cool. Tell us what it was like being in a radio station studio.
It was cool. They had lots of microphones, lots of their producer. They got a producer in the studio as well, who's really cool, and his name is Andrew. And the nice part about it is, for those of you who don't know, I was also in the studio with Rocky Van Wagenen. Now, Rocky Van Wagenen is the GM of My 24,
which is Channel 24 in Milwaukee.
which is Channel 24 in Milwaukee, and they just bought the rights to every single state tournament for the next 2 years.
Oh, okay.
So they're gonna broadcast. They broadcast the wrestling last night. Then they go to girls basketball. Then they go to boys. Then they go to boys basketball. So it's gonna go fast, and it's gonna be fun. So
excellent.
it was cool to be in studio with him, and was able to connect with him. And he said, "You got to get your team to state because you got to get on TV." That's what he said.
Well, you got to say, all right, I'll get him to state, but you got to get me a primetime slot. You got to have you interviewed before and after the game.
Right, exactly. So,
boy, I can see your head's getting bigger by the minute.
No, it was exciting. I was very happy. I was able to, and one of the guys that works in the studio across from Mike is from Kohler. So another member of the Mafia, Jack.
Oh my God, he can't get away from there. There's 3 mafias. There's the Kohler Mafia, there's the Warhawk Mafia, and then there's AJ, just his mafioso worldwide of people, the web that AJ is spreading the gospel of AJ.
Right, exactly. But it was fun. It was a good time. It was a good experience. 40 minutes of fun. For anybody who wants it, I will post the episode on Facebook. Now, I am not the whole episode. There's 2 hours of the episode, but I'm the last 40 minutes. So I will post. I can send it to Jack, and we will post the episode for all you hanky heads on Facebook, so you can listen.
Excellent. I know Russ Meyer will want to listen to it.
Yeah. So
he is always asking about you. I said he's the same, except for his head's getting bigger. AJ's just impossible, and to be impossible to be around.
Right. I'll send you and I believe we have some photos too, Jack. I sent you those.
Yeah, I saw one. Did you send multiples, Age?
No, just the one. Just the one.
Okay. All right. Well, good. That's a good one too. It's a nice shot.
Yeah. It was good. It was fun. But that was just the start of my weekend. Like I went to the Germantown game. I went to Lefts with my brother. It was cool. So it was a good day.
It is cool. So you spent the day. You got to see your brother and sister-in-law. How are they doing?
They're doing really well. Hannah is due in May.
Okay.
The 1st of May. So we're really excited about that. Their baby shower. They said to me, Jack, and this was a quote from my brother, so I'm going to use it. We hope you don't. We hope you can't come to our baby shower because we hope you're in the sectional final.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. So that was his quote. Was we hope we want to see you, but we don't want to see you because we don't see you. You're in the sectional final.
I can just shorten that for me, for my sake. I don't want to see you.
Period.
Who wouldn't want to see AJ, for goodness sake?
At all. So it was a good time. We had a good time. Douglas did a polar plunge yesterday for Special Olympics. Milwaukee. So
nice.
Cool.
That's great.
It was a cool day. So fun.
Excellent. And today Marquette's on at 4, I believe.
Marquette's on at 4. The Bucks are on at noon.
Who does Marquette play?
Xavier at home.
Ooh, Xavier's. How is Xavier?
They're okay. They're not great.
Is that Thad Mata?
Yes.
Or is he? Okay.
Thad Mata, yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, they'll be tough then. Who the Bucks play?
The record's not the greatest, but they'll be tough.
Yeah, they are. I remember Marquette struggled with them at Xavier earlier this year. They beat them, but they had a tough time.
Yeah, they did.
So speaking of in a way, this morning I read an article, AG, on college basketball. They had an interview with a guy named Charles McClelland, and he is the chairman of the NCAA selection committee for men's basketball tournament.
This year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It rotates.
Yeah. And he's been on the tournament for a few years. I mean, the committee, but he's chairman this year. And one of the things that he said that was going to be important this year were road wins, that they really look at good road wins. Mm-hmm. So we're just talking about Marquette at Xavier, not that that's because Xavier's not great, but winning on the road is big. Now I started thinking, did the Badgers have any good road wins? They won at Michigan State.
They got some good neutral site wins. Their best road win is probably coming up. I'd say beat Illinois or Purdue. They got 2 opportunities, I would say, this the next week or so.
The best one I can remember is that they won at Michigan State, but Michigan State's been so up and down this year. I don't know if that'll count for much.
Yeah. Wisconsin is back in the top 3
of the Big Ten.
Yeah.
I said the other thing I said that Creighton jumped up, and because of their strong week, and then you also mentioned Wisconsin, that they've fallen back a little bit. They'll still make it, but they're not where they were.
Yeah, so it should be fun. I mean, Wisconsin, they got some good. Remember, they won that Florida tournament, which is good for their resume. So the SMU and the SMU, I don't know how they're doing this year, but
I don't either.
They did beat Virginia, who has 20 wins. So.
All right. I also read this week's staying on the NCAAs. I read an article about Rick Pitino after he went off last week, a little bit about his team, and then how bad the facilities are at St. John's and how frustrated he was. And then he came out a few days later and said, he didn't mean anything personally, but he said some pretty nasty things about his own players.
That's because they don't have an on-campus arena, Jay.
I know, but they get to play at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, the place on the 5th floor. The place is it's not that great.
What do you think? Let me ask you. You're speaking of Mafia. here's a fellow Sicilian, Pitino. What do you think about? He's in the Hall of Fame already. What do you when I say Rick Pitino? What do you think? What do you say?
Louisville scandal.
That's number one.
Yep.
He had the church thing, right? Something with the church going on there.
No, there was a shoe deal with Louisville.
There was a shoe deal, and then there was some getting hookers for the recruits that he said he knew nothing about.
Yeah, right. That's what I think of. I, you know, I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna be unpopular opinion because we're in Big Ten country. I like Richard Pitino better than Rick Pitino.
Oh, Richard's at New Mexico now.
Yeah, I'm saying I like him better
Than his father.
his father.
Why do you like him, AJ?
I just think he's young. Well, he was young when he was at Minnesota. I think if he was given a couple of years, it would have turned that program around. But I just think that he's he's a good coach. I don't know why.
You think he'll do well at New Mexico then?
I do.
Okay, we'll watch that. All right, I've been kind of leading you around. Where do you want to go with this?
I want to go with Doc Rivers and the Bucks.
Okay, what's going on?
They got a big game today. They got Philly at noon on national TV. They played really well against Minnesota, I thought, on Friday night. By the way, I have a bone to pick with ESPN. Why the heck would you stick a Minnesota game at 9 p.m. on Friday night?
I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense at all. I mean,
no.
You could have stuck the early game in the late slot and had no problem with it.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Did you watch any of it?
I watched the whole thing. That's what
you did not.
I did.
You stay up and watch the whole. You're a maniac.
I'm a diehard. That's
So what did you? So I just saw the highlights. The Bucks went up in the third quarter. They outscored them big time, and then they held off a furious rally in the fourth.
I'm a diehard. It was fun. It wasn't. I wouldn't say it was fun because I kind of like I said, I went to the girls' game on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go to the girls' game on Friday because the girls' game on Friday was bad weather.
So that's right. It snowed.
It snowed, so I didn't go on Friday. But I did stay up and watch the Bucks game, so that was pretty fun.
You are a maniac.
I like their chances against Philly today, but I don't think they need a road. They need a signature. They need another to stack the signature road wins right now. They only have 20. They only have 25 games left, and they need to start stacking some wins together to get the number 2 seeds.
I've never seen. At least maybe it's because he's on the Bucks now, but a coach gets so much ink and publicity as Doc Rivers since.
He does get a lot of ink, but he also gets a lot of negative ink too.
Well, he should. He gets good and bad. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying you got to take the good with the bad. Bad with the good.
Exactly.
I
wish they'd win a few home games. That would improve his record a little bit. That would be nice.
Okay, so what do you think is going to happen? You said there are approximately 25 games left for the Bucks season.
Exactly 25 games left.
Okay. Exactly. How are they going to? What's your prediction for the record the rest of the way?
15-10.
Well, that's not very good.
But they do have a tough schedule. Well, if they're 15-10, they finish 18 above. Well, they're 37? No, that would put them 20 above, which would probably put them second or third.
Okay.
Which would leave them out of the play-in tournament, which is good. Obviously, we don't want to be in a play-in tournament, but you want to be as high a seed as possible. But you don't want to be the 4 seed because you don't have to play with Boston in the second round. So you can avoid that situation. You want to avoid that situation if you can.
15-10. All right.
15-10. They're currently 37-21. So
okay, 37-21.
But they got to integrate the other Italian stallion now on the roster.
Danilo
Gallinari.
Oh, thank you for your pronunciation, AJ. Bueno.
Yeah. Good.
I read another article this week about the NBA, and what's that?
I think it's in a bad spot.
The NBA is?
Yeah.
Why? What's going on?
There's been a lot of fights before games and stuff like that. just not good looks. They've been some, and there's been some bad. There's some bad teams.
There really are some really bad. There's a lot
There's
of
some
teams that are you don't know who's going to win, but there's like 5 or 6 terrible teams.
there's some really good teams. There's some mediocre teams, and there's some really really bad teams. Like for example, Detroit. They've been the number one pick the last like 2 years. They shouldn't be this bad. And don't give me the excuse they're not healthy. You should win more than 9 games a year.
9 out of 81,
Well,
82.
something like they started the year like 2-26 or something like that. So
Jeez.
that's just bad. That's just bad. When people start asking if you can be beat by a college team, that's just bad. So yeah.
Yeah, not too good. I thought you were going to say the NBA is in a bad place because of the All-Star game.
Yeah, well, that too. That was just terrible. Although I was happy to see Dame win MVP, but there's different ways to win MVP, and it's not that way. So.
I saw those 2 half quarters he made.
Yeah. That's because they didn't.
You're not impressed.
I'm not impressed because they didn't play any defense.
You sound like a tough old fuddy-duddy. Come on, man.
I'm a coach, Jack. I'm a coach. I want to see guys play. You know what? I had the best idea I heard came from a high school kid. How do you fix the All-Star game? This is how you fix the All-Star game. East versus West, winner gets home court. That's how you fix the All-Star game.
They tried that with the baseball.
It worked for a while.
They said it was ridiculous. Too many people complained.
Because the games lasted forever. Basketball doesn't last forever. There's no clock. There's a clock in basketball.
Okay. Or the other thing is, you don't have it. Do you need to have an all-star team, an all-star game?
I think they should just have skills contests. Those are entertaining. Did you see the Sabrina and Steph on Saturday night?
I did not. He won.
Steph won it, but that was highly entertaining. Like came down to the last shot I heard.
Really?
Yeah, so that was highly entertaining. You know, they could do that kind of stuff all day. The skills challenge, the 3-point contest, not so much the dunk contest, because the dunk contest nobody knows who they are anymore.
So yeah, who? I don't even know who. It's McClung. Do you know who?
McClung. He actually was at Texas Tech when Drew was there.
Oh. What? Where is he playing now? Do you know?
He's in the G League.
He's in the G. They can do it from the G League.
Yeah.
Oh, they shouldn't allow that either.
No, they shouldn't allow that either.
Okay. Well, I mean, let the guys have some fun, but the fans want to see the big stars doing stuff. They don't want to see G League guys.
There was a stat last year when he won the dunk contest. He made $100,000. He was making $75,000 in the G League.
Oh, that's a nice payday for him.
So he made more than he made in the G League.
Okay, well, let him do it. Good for him.
Yeah.
And I hope he got $100,000 again this year. Okay. Another thing about the NBA, this article was entertaining to me, and it said, if you could sum up or state about the team in 5 words or less, either right now or for the rest of the year. And like the Celtics were, can the playoffs start yet or something like that? I mean, the themes were,
right.
The Bucks. Do you want me to tell you what the Bucks was, or do you want to guess?
Ole.
That's 3 words.
You said 5 words or less.
Okay, that's 1 word repeated 3 times. You're right. That's your word, and what you can do the Bucks in 1 word. Ole.
No, Ole is in their defense. No, it's better now. But no, I'd say consistently inconsistent.
You are consistent because you keep going under the limit. 2 words you did in that one. That's a good one, by the way. Theirs was broken but fun to fix.
Fun to fix. That makes sense.
Yeah. And yours does too. When the Bucks have a game, I'm never surprised anymore. Talk about bad teams. One of the worst teams in the league is Portland. They managed to lose to them.
Yeah,
How,
and it's it's like a box of chocolate, Jack. You never know what you're gonna get.
a turd mixed in there. That's what they give us sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
All right, but you have hope for the rest of the year for the Bucks,
I
correct?
do, I do, I do, I do,
Okay,
I do, I do.
and then just what you said a few minutes ago was giving me hope. You said their defense is better, has been better.
It's better. It's not great.
No, it's not great, but it's better.
But
Steps.
let's think of the era we live in, Jack. The era of scoring 107 points and that being a lot of points in the NBA, not so much anymore. The Wolves give up 107 per game, and that leads the NBA.
Hmm.
So the era of playing a lot of defense is probably not likely anymore. But I don't know.
Well, the thing is, in sports, in any sport, you can pick a sport and it'll be going one way, and all of a sudden, one team will win by doing something opposite of what everybody else is doing. And then the whole team, the whole league copycats them.
Yeah, copycats, right?
So if there is, if a team came along and played suffocating defense and won that way, other teams would start to do that as well.
Right.
So
I think guys are so big and athletic now. Like even the wings are like 6'7" the minimum. So I think guys are just so big and athletic that the speed and the power are just a bigger part of the game now.
Yep, sure is. Okay, so we've talked Bucks, we've talked college basketball, and that's the season of basketball. Obviously, talked high school basketball.
Yes,
Let's talk about high school basketball a little more.
yeah.
With your team, we've talked about
Yes.
other teams, but with your team, how is your team looking? Or how is the health of your team?
So we are the 4 seed in our sectional, which will give us 2 home games.
Okay, so that's a good thing to be the 4 seed.
Yeah. So there are 16 teams in our sectional. Basically, the bracket is broken down into sectionals, and there are 16 teams in our sectional. We are in the top 4.
Okay.
I don't want to say the issue because I was going to talk positively, but the issue that we may come across is 1, 2, 6, and 8 are all in the same sectional, meaning top ranked team, second ranked team, number 6 ranked team, Oshkosh North, and us are all in the same sectional. So
because it's based on geography. Is that why?
It's based on geography and location. So
yeah, okay.
So
well,
so you gotta. So the way it looks right now though is we'll play Manitowoc Lincoln, which is in Manitowoc, and then the winner of the first 2 games will go to South, Sheboygan South, which would be nice.
Didn't you just say you're gonna have 2 home games? Did you say that you're going to Manitowoc? Is that right?
No, we're playing Manitowoc.
You're playing Manitowoc in Mequon at Homestead High School.
Yeah, at Homestead.
Okay,
and when we play the winner of, if we're fortunate enough to win that game, we play the winner of Sussex, Hamilton, and Sheboygan South.
Okay. When is your first game?
Friday.
What time?
7.
7 o'clock. So Friday night, 7 o'clock.
Friday and Saturday at 7, most likely.
Okay. So if people want to go, there are tickets available. You can go to Homestead High School. And if you like basketball, this is a higher level of high school basketball because all the teams qualified for the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
And keep in mind, everybody qualified, so everything starts 0-0. So it doesn't matter what your record was. It doesn't matter who you played. Everything starts 0-0 now because the season is over. The regular season is over. So anything can happen regardless of what school you go to.
Okay. Good. And if you go,
I was talking to someone else. There's also another good game that people might want to check out.
Which is?
Slinger and Grafton is Friday night.
Where is that one? Do you know, AJ?
It's in Grafton.
Okay. So that's another one that's going to be a good one. Okay. And Slinger's Grafton, that's Division 2, right?
Yeah, that's Division 2.
Yeah.
So the rest of our conference, other than Hartford, is Division 2.
Okay. All right.
And Hartford plays Germantown. So if you're interested, there's a lot of good local games. I do have to share one cool fact for all you basketball junkies out there. Yes, we did lose to Nicolay, but there was one cool fact that happened.
What happened?
Tom Izzo was at our game, so that was kind of cool.
What?
Yep.
No way.
Yeah, he was. That was kind of cool.
Well, who was he there to watch?
The kid from Nicolay.
Is he committed?
No, he's a junior.
He's a junior? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think Izzo has a chance to get him?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, he had 14 and 16 against us. So
he's a really good coach. Izzo.
He's a really good coach, and I wanted to go and introduce myself, but it was halftime, and I was kind of frustrated because we just gave up a buzzer beaters 3 at the half, so I didn't want to go over and introduce myself.
Yeah.
Especially when he was there, he didn't know who I was, so I didn't want to just go over and introduce myself. So yeah, but looking back, I knew it was a pretty cool experience. So.
Yeah, I'll say he's always been one of my favorites. I think he's a good coach. I think
he speaks at the WBCA every year too.
What? Okay.
The Wisconsin Basketball Coaches Association.
Have you ever seen him speak, AJ?
No, I haven't been there when he's spoken, but I know he's there once a year or something like that.
Good.
He's really good. So.
Yeah.
I think he's a good dude too.
That's what I mean.
The way he handled the university tragedy that they had, I think he's just a real good dude. So I wouldn't mind crossing paths with him again if I had the opportunity.
If the Badgers aren't playing Michigan State, I root for Michigan State in the Big Ten. I do because of Izzo. Is the reason.
Right. He's been there forever, and he's just a good coach. So.
Yep. Good. Okay. Anything from the world of? I already saw a headline, AJ. We talked about this last week. College football. They're already looking at expanding the 12.
Yeah. I love that.
Like
5 conference championships be rewarded in the top 7 ranked teams. I love that.
But I saw another thing. Now people want it to be expanded from 12 to 16.
Oh my! Come on, people.
Yep, already. You haven't even gone through it once.
Come on, we haven't even played a game yet.
I know.
You know what?
What?
Here's my thought process.
Please.
If you want a different format, play a different schedule. My whole thought process is, if you want to be in a playoff, schedule up. Look at watching. I mean, for example, look at or be in a conference. There's an idea, Notre Dame. Be in a conference. If you want to be if you want a legitimate shot to be in the playoff, be in a conference. Doesn't matter what conference, just be in a conference. Don't go scheduling these cupcakes when you're an independent. Like, I'm not taking shots at Notre Dame, but like
I will.
But it's like, come on, man, join a conference. I'd welcome Notre Dame to the Big Ten or so. I mean, they're in a conference for basketball. They're not independent for basketball. Why are they independent for football?
Because they're afraid.
Yeah, I understand that. I just don't. I mean, I don't understand that. You're Notre Dame. You got a brand. Why do you have to be independent? Like, I don't. Not thinking on my high horse, but be in a conference. Join a.
You are on your high horse. You're getting all over it.
Of course I am. I want to see people on a fair playing surface, and I don't want to see Notre Dame whining about why they're not in the playoff, because if they're not in the playoff because they're an independent, that's their problem.
Okay. Are you done on your high horse? Can you get on your low horse now and rejoin me?
I'm good. Sorry, I'm good.
Okay. Tomorrow, the combine starts for the NFL.
Yes, sir.
Do you watch that?
I have NFL Network. I do watch some of it.
Okay. And is there a certain thing you like the best of watching it?
The broad jump.
The broad jump?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I think it just measures people's explosion a lot better.
Okay.
40 times can be skewed based on timing. So 40. And if I know someone in the combine, like I know Braylon Allen, so I'll pay attention to the running backs, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll know a couple guys from Wisconsin. So But last year was cool. There was a guy from Whitewater in the combine, or 2 years ago. He's now offensive tackle for the Broncos, so that was kind of cool.
That is
But
cool.
yeah, I mean, if you know somebody, it's kind of cool to follow. Not know them directly, but if you know somebody, it's kind of cool to follow.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right.
I will,
So
and
go
I have
ahead.
NFL Network, like I mentioned, so I'll turn it on.
Okay, good. And I think Brewers spring training games start today, if I'm
Started
not mistaken.
yesterday. They
Yesterday?
won. They won.
Do you pay attention to wins and losses in spring training? Are you out of your mind?
No, I don't pay attention. I just saw it alert came on my phone, so I know.
AJ, you are
They scored,
sick. You're a
the
twisted
Young Guns scored
sports.
11 runs.
You're
They scored
demented.
11. They scored 11 runs to beat San Diego, but not that it matters. But
Oh no, not that it matters. You just know the exact score, you know.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
But
oh.
by the way, I want I want to give it. I saw the score and I laughed, so I want to mention it real quick. Kohler High School played a basketball game, right? My high school,
When?
love them to death. They scored 103 points, right?
When was this, AJ?
On Friday night.
Okay.
They lost
They scored 103 points and lost.
in a high school game.
Who'd they lose to?
St. Mary's
Detroit
Catholic.
Pistons?
They gave up 109. My dad, I had to double check the score because I was like, what? In regulation, by the way.
Oh my God. What did the agent have to say about that? Did you talk to him?
I called my uncle who went to the game and he's like, I don't know what just happened. He was like, I don't know what just happened. Like, I'm like, but it was cool. I mean, it's fun because Kohler got a 1 seed in the tournament, so they should have a good season. They should have a good year, and it'd be nice to get one of my two teams back to state. So
what division are they?
they're 4.
Division 4?
They're small.
Okay.
The schools got 200 kids in it now.
All right. What do you have to say, AJ, about the tournament? It's exciting. People get overheated about sportsmanship during high school basketball playoff games.
Just enjoy it, man. These are 15 to 18. Most of the time, they're 15 to 18-year-old kids. If you get overheated in a high school game, it's a high school game. 1% of your kids are going to go to college and play. 1%. Just enjoy it, man. Like I know Nicolay and not to mention some names, but Nicolay, Cedarburg, those teams, those games will probably get heated because they're local games.
Mm-hmm.
Just enjoy it, man. Just enjoy the fact. Here's the thing: these are kids, right? I'm blessed because I get to coach kids, because these are kids, and it's just enjoy the game and enjoy. Take pride in your school, but don't take it over the line. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, take pride in your school. People get heated. I get heated sometimes, but just enjoy it.
You get heated?
Well, I get heated, but nobody sees it because I keep it to myself. but
you
just enjoy it, man. It's a fun time of year. It's win or go home, and just enjoy it. So.
All right, let's see here. I'm looking up. Do you know when Cedarburg plays by any chance?
Cedarburg plays Friday night. They're a 2 seed.
So who do they play? Do you know who they play? They're 17-8 overall, 12-6 for third place in the conference. Let's see.
Credit to them, by the way, being 17-8. They started the year 13-6, so credit to them.
It shows that on 26th of Friday night they beat Grafton 80-75. Is that right?
That was Friday. They played Grafton Friday night. Yeah.
It says here that they won 80-75.
Yep, that was right.
I'm on Max Preps right now. I'm just trying to find out who they play. Well, all right. Anything else? I mean, we covered a lot of basketball, but that's what time of year it is. Hockey's going to come into.
Hockey's gonna come around. I just say my last thing is just enjoy it, and also, anyone who wants to see the episode from yesterday, like I said, I'm the last 40 minutes, so you don't have to watch the full 2 hours. But
Okay,
I enjoyed it.
good.
So
That's the most
yes,
important thing. Um, what about AJ? We haven't talked about the girls' tournament, and you talked
oh
about
yeah,
Homestead losing. Are there any other local girls' teams that are in it, AJ? That
Cedarburg's in it. Everybody's in it, so it starts fresh. Everybody starts fresh, which is really cool. I love the high school tournament for that.
good.
Cedarburg's in it. Let me look and see. Hey, want to look it up, Jack, real quick and see who's in it?
Let's see what.
See who's left in it. It was regional finals. I know Sheboygan
Uh,
Lutheran is still in it because one of my friends is a coach over there.
hang on.
So from Sheboygan, for all you Sheboygan people.
Well, first, I'm just on the. I'm trying to. Cedarburg Bulldogs pulled out an 80-75 overtime win against Grafton on Friday night. Let's see. What are we looking for? Girls basketball.
Girls, yeah, girls. Let me look.
Oh shoot!
Let me,
I
let
got.
me look it up. Let me see if I can find something. Let me look it up real quick.
I'm trying to here. There we go. Girls basketball tournament. Uh, girls basketball tournament dates and schedules. Oh, this is no. This is just before that even starts.
It's the regional finals were this weekend, so on Saturday I can look it up and we'll look up the section.
Okay.
I was just focused on the Homestead game because I went
Yeah.
to it. So.
Yeah. Well, it's a tough time of year when you lose a game, no matter how you lose it. But it sounds like
Yeah,
they
it's
lost a really tough
only
one.
one team's gonna win it, right?
Right. Everybody else is going to go home and say, "Meh." But
But the cool part is, like I said, the cool part is For those who didn't catch the show early, My 24, which is the Channel 24 in Milwaukee, bought the rights to all the state tournaments. You can, if you can't get to Madison or Green Bay, for the boys or girls tournament, you can watch it on TV. On I believe it starts. The girls tournament starts Thursday the 7th at 1:30, and the
okay,
boys tournament starts the 14th at 1:30 as well.
okay. So coming up, dude.
Yeah, it should be fun. I mean, it's the only time of year where you can say we win or we stay home or we win or go home. But it's also it's also nice because this year the state tournament stands alone. It doesn't cross over with March Madness. So this year the state tournament by itself will stand alone, and then March Madness starts the next week. So it'll be
Okay.
nice.
Okay. Cool. All right, AJ. You really stroked it with a broad brush. I think you got the world of sports. What's relevant? What's important? You got off your high horse. You got on your high horse. You preached. You bitched. You laughed. You smiled. Any last parting words for as people head out into their week?
Just
Last week
enjoy
of
the week.
February.
Get outside, man. It's nice weather. It's gonna be nice weather all week. For the most part, I believe, and it's gonna be
Yep.
warm. And it's gonna be nice, and get
Guess.
outside. Get outside. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Also, be kind to people. No matter you never know what somebody's going through. So, be kind, be nice, and just enjoy life, man. It's a short life we live, and just enjoy it. So,
You bet it is. You're right, AJ. Okay. Everybody out there, have a great day. Have a great week. We'll see you, AJ, on Wednesday morning at 9
Wednesday
a.m.
morning, perfect. Oh, Jack, before I forget, Wednesday morning, I could do Wednesday later in the day, but I can't do Wednesday morning.
Okay.
Uh, I have
Uh,
a I have a wheelchair appointment Wednesday morning 9:15.
okay. Well, we'll post when it works out. I have to check my schedule because I
Yeah,
don't
just
know.
let me know.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll do. Good luck with your wheelchair appointment. You got to take care of that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It broke on me on Thursday night. So yes, sir.
All right. Get it done.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, brother.
All right. Have a great week, AJ. I'll
You
see you
too.
on Wednesday.
You too.
One time TBD, but we'll put it out on the CPL Radio home Facebook page and also on the Jack Hankey Show Facebook page. And I know, AJ, you'll be posting it.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, let me check on Wednesday. And if we can't do Wednesday, we'll squeeze in another day this week. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You're a big star now. We got to be flexible to make your schedule. All right. Have a great week. See you, AJ. Thanks for everything.
Thank you, Jack. Appreciate it.
See ya.